Good morning, it's Jana here at Vitality Centre. I hope you are well this morning. How are you? Today, this workout is for you if you are feeling like a stressed out mama or carer. Perhaps you are multitasking your work with your home life, caring for a parent or caring for your children. At the moment here, it's the end of the school holidays, so if you're like me, you're perhaps sort of juggling being fully present with your family whilst knowing that there are some work to do to be able to tick off as well. And it's in those moments that we can find that our shoulders are rising, our stress levels are rising, and things like breath work and exercise just go like way down on that priority list. I'm here this morning to just share with you that why we want to be doing at least 3 long breaths or as much as 10 minutes of a workout for you to be able to carve that time in, because not only will you feel better and your stress levels really go down, but it really helps us to be able to give from a much better place for the family and for those loved ones around us for the rest of the day when we have been able to carve out a little bit of me time. And that me time is very different for everybody, whether you need to be locking yourselves in your bathroom and taking those long, deep 3 breaths, or whether you can give yourself 10 minutes. Both are great, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get the maximum result in the shortest amount of time so that you can lower those shoulders and just start to nurture those adrenal glands, because those adrenal glands are what sits on top of our kidneys that produces that low-lying chronic stress called cortisol day in and day out. And after time, that can be so wearing on our system. It uses up a lot of vitamins and minerals very quickly when we're stressed, so we can often feel depleted and lacking in energy. Over time, this chronic stress also leads us to gain weight. So maybe the exercise or the stuff that you used to do, that used to keep you in check, make you feel really good, just isn't working anymore. And stress could be a big part to play in that. This cortisol, I find it's a very pertinent topic, and that's why it's one of the 4 cornerstone hormones that I chat about in my online program, so that we can get our hormones into balance and feel really radiant again. So hopefully this 10 minutes is a good little sneaky peek in to the kinds of stuff that I developed in a big way on the online program. So first of all, we're just going to sit in a nice comfortable position, or you can do this standing if you need to, whatever works for you. Okay, so we're going to start just noticing where our shoulders are, maybe letting them rise up and letting them ease back down. Letting them rise up and letting them ease back down. Maybe noticing where your belly is, maybe popping one hand onto your belly. So as you breathe in, we really want to feel that our breath really expands our belly out. And then when we breathe out, the tummy muscles contract, they draw in, and the ribs close down. And this pumping action is so good for lowering those cortisol levels, those stress hormones. It's scientifically proven now just how good that is for helping us to get into our rest and digest side of our nervous system. And it's, your breath is with you wherever you are, so you can take yourself off to the loo or dedicate some time to doing this. Either one is perfect. It doesn't matter where you are. So nice deep breath in, pause, and out. So deep breath in, pause, and out. A deep breath in, pause, and out. And if you can do more than 3 breaths, then let's hop on over to the yoga mat and let's get some movement in. Okay, so let's start with our feet at hip distance apart. Spread those toes out and just feel grounded to the floor, feel connected. And then just lengthening up through those legs, lengthening through your spine and lifting all the way up through the crown of your head so you're feeling nice and tall. Let these shoulders lift on up. And then breathing out to release on down. So So let these shoulders lift on a bit of a fuller body movement. And then easing on down. One more deep breath in. And then easing on down. I'm just letting these shoulders melt down. So we're just going to get a little bit more movement in. So this is so good. I love side bending, I love rotation. It really just helps to nurture and nourish those adrenal glands, helps to get a little bit of circulation in, so that we can start to just unwind and de-stress. Okay, hold it there. Let's lengthen on up through the fingertips. Take that deep breath in and out. That deep breath in and out. Draw the abdominals in to support your spine to come back to centre. And let's go the other way. Reach on up towards the sky. Breathe on in and out. Breathe on in and out. And draw the abdominals in to support your spine as you come back to centre. Rolling those shoulders and easing on down. And just finding your centre. Let your pelvis sway a little each way. So in Pilates we call this pelvic tilts. It's like letting the water spill out of the bucket forwards and spilling out of the bucket going back as well. So just ease each way. And then come to neutral, where you've got a small curve in that lower back and you're lengthening on up through the spine, nice and tall. Let's take it into some squats. So we're going to let ourselves hinge forwards. Notice how my back is still really lengthened. My belly button's just gently drawing in as I go down into that squat. To lift, I'm thinking about pelvic floor, lifting on up through the pelvic floor as I lift. So we're easing on down and press through the floor with your heels and lift on up through the pelvic floor. So from tailbone all the way through to the pubic bone at the front. So I'm easing on down, tailbone all the way out, sit bones all the way out, and then lifting pelvic floor from coccyx all the way up to pubic bone at the front. And then easing on down and going again. And lift, lift, lift. Let's use your breath with that. Hold it there. And lift, lift, lift. One more. Breathing out. Really letting the sit bone sit right back. And hold it there. And igniting, lifting through the pelvic floor. Brilliant. Let's go all the way down to the floor. At this point, to really get length through the lower back and also to get some circulation into those adrenal glands, we're going to get hold of some cushions. So I'm going to pop them down onto the floor. I'll just put them in front of me there and have a little lay down. Okay, so I'm going to take a nice deep breath in. And as I breathe out, imprint the spine. So we're lengthening it down, squeezing the glute muscles and rolling on up. So we're lifting, squeezing those bottom muscles. Now I'm going to take the cushions and pop them right underneath my bottom. Ooh, then I can find where they go. And then I'm just going to let myself just ease on down. So they're not underneath my lower back, they're underneath my bottom. And I'm going to let my whole body weight just sink on down. And just breathing into my belly. You might put your hands on your belly and breathe deep. Feel the belly rise and then let it go. If you can, take one knee in, give it a hug and let it release. And the other side, give it a hug and release. And if you feel happy there, you could take both. And this is really lovely and lengthening for that lower back. So it really helps if we do have quite a curvy lower back, or you get that sort of widespread lower backache. And also our adrenal glands really love this. So just getting some circulation into that area, which really helps us to de-stress. And if you feel even better, we're going to lift and lift, lengthening those legs up towards the ceiling. Deep belly breath in and out. And feet on down. Excellent. Taking our bottom up to take the pillows out from underneath. Deep breath in and breathing out as we roll on down through the spine. Let's go for one shoulder ridge just to notice how much more length we've got in our back.
So all the way up, squeezing those glute muscles, taking that breath in, and breathing on out. Easing on down, and my back feels lengthened out, and my adrenal glands feel like they've got some circulation in there. It's also really good for your thyroid when you're upside down too. So this is just absolutely wonderful for the hormones. So let me know how you got on with that. If you really enjoyed it, please do share it with your friends, and have an absolutely brilliant rest of your day. Thank you very much.